Good morning. Welcome to day 127, Sunday, August 11th, 2024. We're at the Crater Lake Lodge. We're going to be heading out today. The sun is coming up over the lake. Amazing. I think I slept better in my tent 2 nights ago, but it didn't get as cold last night. It's nice that you could have fresh air in the room and there was a little fan, so overall pretty good. Gonna get breakfast here, get packed up, and then start working on our road reroute for this closer section. And we'll get to walk around the rim and actually see more of the lake. So that's pretty amazing. I got here at the right time. It's like 20 after 6. Already showered. The hoodie is relatively clean. I got a brand new pair of Darn Toughs on. Pretty good. All right, we're getting breakfast here at the lodge. Nice. I just realized as I was getting my pack together, there's a rubber attachment that goes on the end of my hydration hose where you suck the water in. It's popped off before. I bought a new one. It popped off again. So I checked my room. It's definitely not there. It may be at the cafe I hung out at yesterday. They don't open until 9, so I'm gonna check there and maybe get lucky. Otherwise, I'm gonna be bladderless once again until I get to Bend. So I just emailed Sarah. I have a couple replacements in the basement, so she'll send into my next resupply. And there's an REI in Bend, so I can look there. But that's a bummer because it's just a hassle having to deal with the smart water bottles, but we'll figure it out. So I just realized as we're eating, Sarah and I have been noticing a trend where a lot of restaurants, when they give you the silverware, you don't get a spoon. I guess we spoke to one of the managers at one of our favorite breakfast places, and they said so many spoons just walk away. They stop doing them unless you get a coffee and then they'll give you a spoon. But what they're doing here at the lodge is you get a stirrer, so you don't have to worry about the spoon. That's why is everyone stealing all the spoons? I don't understand. All right, it's a little after 8. We just finished our breakfast. Gonna have another cup of coffee. I know it's a long shot, but that piece of gear may still be where I was hanging out yesterday, so I'm gonna wait till 9 and see if it's there before I head out. Sarah's already sending me a replacement, and I'm gonna be able to pick up Amazon at the Whole Foods in Bend at the locker there. So either way, I'll have a replacement and a backup, but what a hassle. So there are 2 different wildfires that are coming up on the trail. The first one is the Middle Fork fire, and that is still not contained. But the second one, the Diamond Complex Trail Fire, good news, it's like 48% contained now. So I shouldn't have any problem getting through that. And then we're smooth sailing until the border. All right, we're back in our room. It's a little after 8:30. If I didn't have this gear situation, I'd pack up and get moving, but we'll hang out for a half hour just on the off chance I can retrieve that little piece if it's still sitting in my corner on the floor somewhere. If not, I'll come back here, empty the hydration bladder, fill up the smart water, and then we'll get moving. So that's the update. Fingers crossed. It's almost 9. We're about to find out if I can use my hydration bladder for this next section or not. This is a great day. Look what I found. It popped off right here in the corner. Luckily, they don't do a great job cleaning. Amazing. Oh, baby. I had a feeling that's where that little rubber attachment would be. That is amazing. Got a little Powerade. We'll down this. We'll get the pack set up. Then we'll get moving. It's a really nice morning. So yeah, I'm just so happy. I really got to keep an eye on that. Those things just tend to pop off. Amazing. All right, it's about 9:30. We've checked out. We're gonna backtrack a little bit and we'll be on the rim trail and hopefully get some nice views of the lake before we exit the park. Pretty nice views. All right, here we go. We are not going to go up to the Watchman. It was that cool stone building I zoomed in on. Yeah, we've been just doing a steady climb, and it looks like there's a parking area here where people can hike up to the Watchman, so that's cool. We're just gonna keep heading to the PCT. All right, I was just finishing up a break here. That car that's just leaving, they were through hiking this year. They're from San Francisco, a nice couple. And they decided to quit because of the smoke, and they'll pick it up again next year. But had cold drinks, got a 7-Up, and I also met a southbounder. She just came through. So we were exchanging beta on what's ahead. So that was a great timing of a rest stop, and now we're going to keep on moving. But now I have a little sugar and 7-Up in me. All right, it's 1:30. We took a little break at the Grouse Hill Camp Junction. It looks like a nice spot to camp, but there's no water and it's still a bit early, so we're going to push on. All right, we made it back to the Pacific Crest Trail. You can see northbound, the caution tape is back up, closed. So we're gonna head to the road and do a road walk. Fun. Water. Thank you. Very cool. So this water is actually cold, I guess because it's in the bear bin and shaded. So we're going to get some Gatorade going and then start this road walk. All right, here we go. The road walk begins about almost 2 o'clock. Hopefully this won't take more than about 3 hours. All right, pretty much just getting started on this road walk. So the PCT is closed over there to my right. The fire is over here, many miles to the left. So many people have been asking the question, if the road is open, why can't the trail to the right of the road, further away from the fire, be open? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? But that is a reality. I think there may be some people, based on conversations, that are just kind of taking the PCT and avoiding this road walk. I'm going to follow the rules and we'll take the road walk, but there is no shade. But maybe I'll get a cold drink from somebody. There's always that. If I look sad and pitiful, welp, it's not going to be all downhill, is it? All right, taking our first break at the Pumice Desert. Having some Gatorade and then airing out the feet, and then we'll keep this road walk going. So getting a good view of the smoke from the fire right there. All right, the guys who gave me trail magic earlier, they just drove by with a thru-hiker getting arrived at Shelter Cove, but I got a little caffeine, a little Dr. Pepper in me, so that'll keep me going for a while. It's about 3:45. We're getting close to the park entrance. Just chatted with a southbounder who's also on the continuous footpath trek from Australia. So this is going to be a little smoky down here in the valley, but then it should clear up, he tells me, once we start veering to the right. All right, it's 4 o'clock. We're getting close to the park entrance. Gonna have some Gatorade, air out the feet, and then we'll make the final push to our water cache and camp, hopefully. So the one good thing about the smoke is it's blocking the sun there. This is pretty exposed road walk, but it actually has not been too bad because I'm not getting the full effects of the sun up there. So I'll take it. Should be turning off into another road soon where we will briefly rejoin the PCT, which is still closed, and connect with the Forest Service road and start heading east and then eventually start heading north again. But there's a water cache and there should be camping near the cache. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Probably another couple of hours at the most. All right, we're entering the Umpqua, I don't know how to say that, National Forest, which means we're leaving Crater Lake. Everyone else is entering. All right, you may have seen those motorcycles while I was at the signage. Woo, there they go. They were asking me where the nearest gas station is. I guess their cell phones weren't working too good. I know that people were getting gas at Mazama Village at the campground. So he didn't have offline maps. I had it for the reroutes. So I was able to let him look at the route. It's 21 miles from here on road, and he's got a 31 miles left in his tank. So let's hope that they make it okay. Always willing to help. It's funny, the first question he asked me is, do I know the area well? I think that's the third or fourth time I've been asked that on this through hike. Well, I really don't know the area that well. I'm just passing through, but maybe I can help you. What do you need? All right, it's 5 o'clock. We've made it to the dirt road. PCT is closed, but there's a nice water cache here, and this is where I will camp somewhere around here. Get started in the morning. Just saw another 2 Sobos go by, so that's 5 Sobos I've seen today. Pretty cool. Here is the water cache, also very cool. And the PCT northbound is closed, so we will be on that road for a while. That is the update. So this looks pretty good for camping. I think we'll just take a spot here. It's about 5:30. I've got camp set up. Gonna go to the water cache. I decided to camp a bit away from the cache, just further up the dirt road, just in case all the obvious sites like next to the water. In case there's some late arrivals, I'd rather be a little bit away from all that. I'm feeling like I'm gonna fall asleep, you know, at normal 8 o'clock time. Get up at 4:30. So I've learned that being a little bit away from the obvious spots, if there is other spots, that's the way to go for me. So people are coming in at 7:30, 8:30. I'm not necessarily hearing them setting up camp, even though most people aren't like being loud or obnoxious. You still can't help but hear it. So that strategy has been working out well for me when there's spots available like that. So I'm gonna keep doing that when I can. Obviously, no northbounders passed me today because a lot of them are skipping up to Shelter Cove, Willamette Pass. But it's nice to see the southbounders looking to keep a continuous footpath. Yeah, maybe we'll see some more tonight or tomorrow. And I'm sure there'll be a few northbounders at some point. I can't be the only one. I know there's a lot that were ahead of me doing a continuous path, but no one was talking about doing it in Mazama Village. When I was talking to other people or overhearing other conversations, most people were looking to get shuttled further north. So we'll see. Anyway, here is our water setup. It's a good one. You kind of fill up these guys with these, and then you just use these guys. It's a lot easier to fill up with the little pull handles. So that's what we'll do. All right, we've got our water. Now, if I was at a creek or a lake or a spring, I would just fill up all of my containers to the max. And if I happen to have anything left over in the morning, just dump it. Or if I knew there wasn't going to be a water source for a while, keep it and then use it for electrolytes. But because that's a cache, I did not fill up everything because I don't want to waste water. Super grateful to have it. It just makes life so much easier. And the other cache that was at the other end of the PCT closure where I could make some electrolytes, that was amazing. In addition to my friendly couple who gave me sodas twice. Also amazing. So Oregon has been really good as far as trail magic goes, that's for sure. Yeah, let's get our water chores done, and then we can get in the tent and relax and get some dinner going, get some electrolytes going. The water isn't ice cold, but it's not hot either because the sun hasn't been baking on it because of the smoke. So it's like room temperature. So not the best, but not the worst either. We will take it. All right, let's do a recap. It's about 6:30. We're camped at about 5,900 feet. It's definitely smoky. Can smell it, can see it, could see like as I was on the roadwalk walking into the smoke. So, but it's smoky, but it's not too bad. So, how many miles I did today? Who knows? A lot. I don't think it was 20 miles. The rim trail, I think that was like 8 miles to the PCT, but there was a couple miles before that. So maybe like 10 miles of trail walking. The road walk, I'm not sure. It felt like 6-7 miles, something like that. The first, until we got out of the park, and then maybe it was another mile or two to get here. So it was a full day of hiking. Feel pretty good. No one else has shown up to camp yet. I'm gonna get some dinner going, finish editing this video, and we will be back tomorrow morning, Monday morning, for a full day of hiking, but no PCT miles. It might be all Forest Service roads tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to get back to the main highway tomorrow. I'm not sure what the mileage is going to be yet, so we'll see. See you in the morning.
So I thought I would admit to everyone that I am not caught up on Brian's videos. I'm probably 4 or 5 behind from last week because I've had Olympic fever and I've been watching a lot of Olympics. I also went to like 2 sewing days I joined a quilt guild, it's a group of quilters, in the spring. And so one woman had like an open sew at her house. So I went 2 days last week. So I've just been busier than usual in the summer this past week. So I'm not caught up on Brian's videos. So the Olympics is over. I watched a bit of the closing ceremonies, but now I'm switching over and I'm working on my quilt, which you can kind of see all of the panels so far. Now that I've pressed them, I don't want them to get wrinkled. So they're hanging on a drying rack, and I'm going to catch up on Brian's videos. So I'm just on day 91 right now. So Brian and I touched base yesterday. He was at Crater Lake National Park, and he is hiking out today to start his first long road walk section. So hopefully everything goes smoothly and it's not too bad on his feet. So it's been pretty quiet here other than just like crafting, knitting, sewing. You saw the videos yesterday of Sunflower Festival with my friends. So just taking it easy and relaxing at home, since in a week I'll be visiting my parents and my sister and her husband down in Connecticut, helping watch my nieces for their last week before they go back to school. So enjoying home while I can.